Hello guys, here to talk about the domestic numbers. I don't think we have international numbers for a lot of these movies yet, so it's just domestic numbers for today as well. But a lot of movies that dropped out of the top list, including Fall Guy, which had pretty good ratings, Planet of the Apes, and Garfield, and If, all dropped out of the top lists. Okay, some of them are still in the top 10, but they're not in the $1 million grossing movies anymore. However, the box office is far from that, obviously. Despicable Me 4, which they don't have the global numbers for this movie yet. They said it's around 250 million or 230 million or something. But the movie has basically broken even already. And it only costed like 70 million, $100 million. It basically costs the same as every other Illumination movie, which means this movie is going to make money at the end of its run. According to YouTube critics, this movie is absolutely awful, but again, I'm going to watch the movie either way, regardless of what YouTube critics say, because they're basically the same as Rotten Tomatoes at this point. Okay? The movie might be mid, the movie might be great, it might be awful, okay? But yeah, Despicable Me 4, however, is a massive success despite, Rotten Tomatoes giving it a bad score. Next is Inside Out 2, which is Disney's most successful movie they have had since Avatar 2. Which means Disney has not had a $1 billion grossing movie since Avatar 2, basically. You know. And yeah, Inside Out 2 made $1.2 billion at the box office at this current moment. Its ratings are not actually slowing down, despite the release of Despicable Me 4. Which means it's a pretty chance movie will probably pass $600 million domestically, but has fallen down to number 2 because Despicable Me 4. Also, there's no major movies coming out next week, so Inside Out 2 will have another great week next week as well, saving Despicable Me 4 as well. So this is one of Pixar's most successful movies, or probably will be. Actually, we can't really say that because there's inflation, obviously, but it has that. I don't think they've updated the international numbers for this movie. It has at 1.2 billion, so the number could be higher. So next is Quiet Place Day 1. The movie has made $138 million. So they have updated the global box office for this movie as $138 million, which means this movie is a big success movie. Pretty successful movie. And it's having pretty decent ratings. Not as much as the first two movies, but pretty decent ratings, all things considered. It had a 60% drop on the second weekend as well. But its ratings are not as bad as other movies like Mad Max Furiosa. It'll probably do pretty well on its third weekend, considering the fact that there's nothing else coming out that week. Also, it lost theaters in the second week, which is very well for a movie to lose theaters in its second week. But either way, I think they're probably happy this movie is making money, all things considered. As well. Next is Vaccine, again another non-franchise movie that no one cares about. Again, they kept advertising all over YouTube, and almost nobody cared. Like, they kept trying to shove this indie movie down people's throats. Like, no one gives a crap, okay? No one cares. And it's always by the box office, no one cares about this movie. Yeah, that movie didn't do too well. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Again, the movie continues to do well at the box office, so I think who made this movie? Sony Pictures is probably happy at the success of Bad Boys, all things considered. Horizon is a box office failure, massive box office flop. It's having okay ratings for a small opening, but other than that, this movie isn't doing too well at the box office as well. And Kevin Costner, your $50 million, gamble is a massive loss. Next is Sound of Hope. This is made by the creators of Sound of Freedom. They tried to recreate the Sound of Freedom success. It didn't really work too much, obviously, but yeah, the movie has that $6 million as well. So yeah, the Sound of Freedom versus the Sound of Hope. And of course, we have the Bike Riders. Again, People always talk about, where's our mid-budget movies? Where's our original movies? But no one went to go see this movie. I'm not seeing this movie either, but they always talk about, where's our original movies? Where's our mid-budget movies? But then no one goes see movies like Bike Riders, which is pretty funny and hilarious, all things considered. So, all things considered, the box office was a pretty big successful. So, yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.